Remigio on the return. Nico spins. Still going. Bends it back and down. Ball comes out. And we'll see who comes away with it right out of the gate. Chris Boyd made the stop and the ball came out. Kansas City ball. Third and 11, Mahomes for the end zone. Pass incomplete for Hollywood Brown. And the Chiefs have the first points of the game.
And it can carry over into the following week.
Here's Mixon, spinning catch and a first down for Houston. Stroud floats it. He's got his man Schultz. And Dalton Schultz is down to the Kansas City 35. Third down and 3. Quick throw, Collins, first down. Stroud has to bail out to his right. Will tuck it. Fourth down. Karlaftis out there for Kansas City. Amy Fairbairn from 30 to tie it. Mahomes protected in the pass too high for Kelsey, but a flag is down where Mahomes went down, and Will Anderson Jr. was there for Houston.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 1, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Of a hit to the head of Patrick.
Yeah, they run a twist up front. He has a clear shot, and there's the hit. It looked like it was helmet to helmet in real time, and it's close. He definitely comes in high. Russell, from that angle there, I don't see helmet to helmet at all. That's a big-time penalty.
And now this one is dropped to Kelsey. This one for Worthy. Oh, what a catch! Working against Eric Murray, and he was there stride for stride, and somehow Xavier Worthy grabbed it. First and goal. Flip to Worthy. Anderson's going to drag him down.
If he's back there holding the football, this is a defensive front that feels that they can win.
Third down and goal, pressure. Mahomes just able to get rid of it. Good snap, good hold, good kick.
But I think it's those three that are going to have to be able to make the plays.
Here's Collins, first down. Spagnuolo loves to send defensive backs at the quarterback, 3rd and 8.
Nobody does it more than Spagnuolo.
Here's Jones, there's a sack. Pressure on Mahomes, out to his right, thinking about doing it with his legs. And as we've seen him do January after January, he gets a fresh set of downs with a carry of 15 yards. Worthy gets it. Got blocking out in front.
That has thrown a lot of underneath passes with Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes is sacked. Brought down by Anderson. For a concussion, Cook is a guy who runs it back there for Spagnuolo. They'll miss him if he can't continue. Here's Mixon. And a nice carry to start this possession as he gets 12.
Let's see how long C.J. Stroud will target him. It's disappointing for a quarterback when you turn one loose like that.
Here is C.J. Stroud turned loose. I guess the knee's okay. And he delivers a hit. He bangs into Jaden Hicks. And
this time he lines up over here.
Quick setup. Ball comes out. Omenahu knocked it out. And it was recovered by Shaq Mason.
With Nick Bolton showing blitz. Got on the ball.
55-yard try, not close. This crowd pleading with Andy Reid to throw the challenge flag, but he won't. Murray coming on a blitz now, and wide open, it's Kelsey. breaks the tackle, still going. Travis Kelce down near the 6. Here's Hunt, touchdown Kansas City. Third down and 3, Stroud, Mechie, his first catch, and it's a big one. Out to the 49-yard line. Good protection. Pass is caught by Mechie. Get away as you can and have a shot at the touchdown.
Yeah, there's a lot to juggle.
2nd and 5. Stroud is wrapped up, and that'll be a sack. They hand it off. It's a Gumbawale, and he's able to take it down inside the 30. Good snap, good hold. And a good kick as he sneaks it in. Here is Mixon, and they hand it off and get it. Play action from Stroud. Well protected, and now he'll go. He's able to outrun the defender, Tranquil, and get the first down.
And the completions they got were when they had 3 releases.
Here's Pierce. He is stood up in the backfield by Anyudike Uzama, and a loss of 4. Stroud protected, able to complete. Hutchinson to midfield. And Xavier with a tough catch for 14. Jaden Hicks brought him down. Quick throw, Schultz. First down, Texans. Strong catch. And they hand him Mixon. Man, he looks good. Takes it down inside the 40. He's been at it a long time now, 8th year. Well, they've responded. They're in the game. They're down by 7 and facing 3rd and 1. Stroud keeps, rolls, in trouble, and able to complete to Collins. That just popped up at the end of the play. 2nd down, Stroud over the middle. He's got his receiver, and Hutchinson has got Stroud's in trouble. Out he goes, and he will put his shoulder down. Dominate this 3rd quarter. 15th play of the drive, over 10 minutes. As they hand to Mixon, he's got a lane and a touchdown.
I would have hated to have been him going to that sidelines if something tragic had happened.
Extra point is no good.
You can't have the misses in special teams. You can't have the big returns, period, or penalties against this team.
Pacheco. It's 3rd down and 6. Mahomes, Kelce, first down plus. Mahomes dropped it. Able to get it and take off to his right. And then slide down. They're going to throw a flag on that.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 39.
Oh, come on.
15-yard penalty.
Here's the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a runner, and
No.
I could not disagree with that one more.
Outside of field goal range are the Chiefs. This one is complete to Gray, and he's got a first down. There's Gray. They snap it to Mahomes, and Hunt is going to spin and get it. Tenth play of this drive. Mahomes, Kelce spins down inside the 10, first and goal. Mahomes steps up, throws, and he got it. Touchdown, Kelsey.
Azeez Al-Shaair, he has had a couple times now in this game where he hasn't, they're in zone coverage and he just simply does not pick up Travis Kelsey when he comes into the area. But what a play here by Patrick Mahomes as he's going to the ground, keeping his eyes down the field, seeing where Kelsey was going to be. Ended to a 9-point lead in 2 possessions.
2nd and 8. Play action. Stroud throws. Collins, he's back involved. Nico to the 40. Collins back out there. 3rd down and 10. Might be 4-down territory for the Texans. Extra men on the rush. And Justin Reed got home. Incomplete. 4th down. But they snap it. Blitz again. Stroud in trouble. Karlaftis is there. Kansas City ball.
If they can make a stop.
3rd down and 9. Anderson coming off the edge. Mahomes in trouble and just has to get rid of it in the direction of Smith-Schuster. Stroud keeps, flips, and incomplete for Collins. Kansas City just finally over 200 yards of offense. Here's Hunt. 1st down plus. Hunt broke a tackle inside the 20. Mahomes, Worthy, short of the 1st down. No problem. With 4:38, 2 timeouts, down 11. Stroud in trouble and sacked again. 5th time, and it's Karlaftis again. Stroud completes over the middle. Hutchinson takes it into Kansas City territory. 3rd down and 11. Out of the shotgun. Stroud. Schultz. He caught it. Was he in bounds? He was.
Wow.
2-possession game as Stroud goes out to his left. Downfield. Collins caught it. And they do. Stroud brought down.
They checked out of it.
Stroud, Karlaftis again. What a game, what a half. 35-yard try by Fairbairn. That's blocked. Reed got there off the edge. Kansas City's going to win this game.
You see Justin Reed and how he times this. I mean, it was just absolutely perfect. And this special teams of Dave Toub, special teams coordinator, they started the game off with a big play.
Chenal might have been the one to get there. Reed got through. He got hooked. But Leo Chenal got his arms up. I think it went past the hand of Reed and into the arm of Leo Chenal. But any one of 3 could have blocked it.
Yeah, we saw the end of the game against Denver. They blocked a kick to keep the Broncos from winning, and Dave Toub's unit.
Nobody back. Ariza will head out of the back of the end zone for a safety. 63 times overall this season, and that's something the Texans have got to figure out. Their offensive line. Chiefs win it. Andy Reid and company are moving on.